Hello everyone. Today I am starting off my EDF kind of playthrough thing, I guess. I did a first video just to kind of test out the systems, and I am doing a follow-up video of that now to go back to level 1 and show that off a bit. A little bit because I want to get to level 3, get a little bit better weapons, guns, all that good stuff, level up my skills a bit. So I figure I might as well go back to the first level and show that off as well. So this starts off, as any game absolutely shouldn't, with a godforsaken turret section. In the harder difficulties, this is actually a really good place to rack up some points, because these enemies are super easy to kill with the turrets. You can memorize their placements, you can kind of blast away from them a bit. On the easier difficulties, you see that there's like 5 guys, and I'm barely getting any kind of score from them. I get 5 points a bug. I think on Inferno difficulty, it's probably something like 50. That's what I get for not having played this game for 40 hours on PC yet. Which, I guess it's worth mentioning, this is on PC, this is Trumphs. You can actually get the game for pretty cheap on Steam, especially if you wait for something like a summer sale, then the game drops down to maybe the $5–10 range. It's definitely worth it. It initially sold for 40, the first EDF sold for, I believe, 20, so they've always been budget games. It's just been a matter of what kind of magnitude of budget. I did switch out my weapon from last time, so that way I can use a rocket launcher, I guess. Oh wow, okay. I was not expecting it to be like that. Okay, and then I was just reading the options. There's an over and under the camera thing. Crap. I've never used a gun like this one before in a game. That is something else. Looks like that sucks up a ton of power to use, but I'll be damned if it doesn't look cool. So I won't be able to reload, but I'm going to switch guns until that's up. There we go, and I can get the reload, and I can get the reload. Wow, a gun like that. The guns that you get do differ based on the class, which I don't think I mentioned before and is important. So only this guy might have this weapon, and based on kind of how cool it looks, I'm guessing that's probably the case. Also, you can see it is possible and frequent to injure yourself while using some of the weapons in this game. So be wary of that. That is pretty cool. I missed out on that one the first time I played through. I played through on Xbox originally. It was my go-to just kind of podcast and unwind game. You know, if you don't want to think too hard, go to this. That's definitely where I am right now. I am not in a hard-thinking mood. I just played a round of Dota, which I actually didn't do too bad in. Our team wound up winning, but we had 4 disconnects on the enemy team, so that might explain something, actually. Was that? Oh yeah, that totally kills an ant. So it actually uses more ammo than it can recharge. That's pretty impressive. Does it have... Yeah, it looks like it has unlimited distance, too, so this is actually a pretty good gun, all things considered. When we start seeing some of the anthills in this level, you'll definitely notice its effectiveness a little bit more. And it's worth mentioning, I cut off last video because I wasn't sure... Bleh, can't speak. I wasn't sure what the time was. It was about 20 minutes, and it took up a decent amount of size on my hard drive, so I switched out so this is recording to an external drive instead. I could just get a terabyte drive for recording, but I just spent money on fraps. I'm not made out of money, except for enough to buy this game, make a computer, and get recording software. You know, I'm not made out of money. I'm just uploading it on YouTube. I'm not paying for cable television. Come on. So our objective here is to get this ship, activate a thing, which is the same as destroying an anthill. We just have to wait for a bar to fill up, and then we're going to blow it up. It's going to be great. So we'll activate that. And there's that one.
We're receiving data. Looks like there are no survivors and the lander
I feel like I was having a train of thought. Oh, yeah, just
you need to destroy what's left of the lander. We've added a false signal to the self-destruct countdown sequence. It should attract any nearby Ravagers and take them out.
And this guy's actually really fun because his movement speed is a lot more fluid than the other ones. You can tell by his little jetpack.
Well, it won't be good.
He's kind of like ice skating. You can definitely feel it. The controls feel really good from that aspect of it. So now we're going to blow this up. And we get no points if the insects die to that, so we're actually going to kill steal all of the kills from it with anything. So it looks like we got most of them there, and again, so we left one alive, and there goes the explosion. Alright, now we're going to get some anthills that spawn over here, I believe. So we're going to work our way over to where it's going to be, which I think, is it just on this hill? Maybe. Like I was saying before. And again, this is really, for the easy difficulties, this is low-level stuff. But on the higher difficulties, you need to know where these spawns are so that you can get ahead of them. If you don't, there's just going to be too many enemies there. You're going to have an impossible time clearing them out faster than they show up. And you're going to be taking damage constantly, which, recipe for disaster. So the skull is saying take out all the enemies in the area. There we go. So, see, there's the anthill. So now, blow them all up.
What seems to be a giant anthill.
And blow them all up.
Any info for lightning on these anthills?
Alright, now do some damage to the actual hill.
You can lay down suppressing fire with your rifle or use grenades.
So as you can see, if you see it coming, you can get ahead of it way, way faster.
More ravages inbound, lightning.
So we'll go for a skill shot there, which we'll manage to hit. Oh, I guess for those of you who aren't familiar with EDF, and for those of you watching, hi, both of you. How are both of you doing? One of the kind of hallmarks of the series is that everything is destructible. And not just destructible, easily destructible. Any building, pretty much...
Make your way to the location and regroup.
Pretty much any rocket that you fire will take out any structure that it hits. Little coffee shop, gas station, 50-story skyscraper. Doesn't matter, it's going to go up in flames. And that is such an easy reload window to hit, and I keep missing it. I feel kind of ashamed. Like this fence, I'm just going to jump over, I guess. So yeah, so you basically just get to kind of lay waste to big cities. The first time around seeing that, it was especially humorous because they give you the most overpowered looking weapons right at the start, and just... sorry about that. And they give you these agile enemies. So within the first probably 20 seconds of seeing the game, pre-EDF 2021 or 2017 or 2525, whichever one it is, you're going to see that destruction engine in the works. And I've got my little cat friend next to me, and he decided he wanted to start shedding a lot. So I'm eating some cat hair, so bear with me on that. Alright, so we got our squad here. There's going to be an anthill that opens up right in this hole. So again, we're just going to camp out, wait for our AI friends to take that out. Oh, it is one street over. Shoot. That's okay, because they shouldn't be able to spawn before I'm able to really get my nuke off. Again, although I'm going to wait just a second. I'm going to take some damage. We got the reload. Again. Basically, we're just going to be doing this until the hill's down. Hill's down. Not a lot of enemies, so go ahead, come on in, plant the explosives. And our AI squad should be able to take out the 3 remaining ants, so we're okay with taking a little bit of, tanking a little bit of a hit there.
I have placed a new waypoint on your map marking the location of the EDF supply dump.
Now this is what I'm curious about, how much damage does those big guys. So here you can see they're generous enough to give you big health packs assuming you've taken a bunch of damage. We haven't because we're good, so no worries. Now this is going to be our, what should be the first introduction, but not for people who saw the previous video, to this guy, the Hector. However, I think this gun is actually going to make pretty good work out of him.
They say that this is one of the smaller
because it's able to kill an ant in a single hit.
Locate and neutralize the Hector ASAP.
I just love the explosions on this gun. It's so cool. And I know it's probably like graphic artist 101 kind of stuff, but I mean, a lot of this game is just that it's viscerally satisfying. Like, there are these giant robots that you're blowing up, you're taking down buildings, just running around. It all just, it feels so good and fluid, and yeah, I like it. You can actually play this game with multiple people if you have friends, but you see where the keyword in that is. Totally whiffed, hit the edge of the level. Now, the weak spot on this guy is actually his chest, so if you can get into those 2 little red areas up there, his little pectoral muscles, you can actually deal more damage to him. So I'm not sure if I was hitting directly in there, but he actually went down faster than I expected he would.
Command sends Bravo
And for
Zulu
trouble,
on that
we get a new
engagement.
gun.
Now that the Hector is
Which will be
neutralized,
nice. I'll show
I'm
off the
setting a new
equipment
rally
selection at
point
some
for you.
point,
Head
but
for the new
it usually
waypoint
takes me a
and
while
mop
to
up any
determine
ravages you
because I
encounter
actually
along the
do
way.
have DPS calculations, so I figured that I'll just leave that out and let you see what I pick later. I guess if there's demand, which knowing me as this is probably like my maybe 15th video on YouTube, there's not demand, so but if again both of you are like, hey, we want to see how you determine how to pick weapons, then maybe I'll show a video on that. Alright, so now we're at the evac, so we win. So this mission's over. I will show, it shows you how many kills you had, how many points that equates to, how much your teammates stole from you. So here you see we made it to a different level, so we get our level 3 upgrade, which gives us some new stuff, and that's the gun that we picked up before. It's tier 2 weapon for the tactical class. So that's it for this time. I'll catch you guys around later.